using the trackpad and some shortcut keys. Okay, when I'm using the trackpad here, I'm going to look for my mouse to move around. I can see it there. I can touch the trackpad with one finger and move that mouse around. Now, if I want to click on something, I can either tap, click the menu bar and tap there, or I can touch and push down until it clicks. I'll click on the textbook here to close the menu. If I want to scroll up and down, I need to use two fingers. I can use any two fingers. I can scroll with my pinky and my ring finger, any two fingers. I usually use these two to scroll up and down in my text. Same thing, I can scroll in the menu here. If I want to highlight some text, then I'm going to have to click and drag. And it can be pretty tricky to click and drag with one hand. So I usually use two hands. I click with one hand and push down until you hear that click. And then with the other hand, I drag across the text to highlight it. And then there's a couple of things that I can do. Once I've highlighted something, in the textbook, a menu will come up and ask you if you want to highlight this text or maybe make a note. You can also have another menu come up if you click with two fingers, any two fingers. Push down until you hear that click. And I unhighlighted it, so I'm going to highlight it again. Click, drag across, and try again. Click with two fingers. I'm going to do it in a different window. See if I can get it to do it. Click, push and hold, drag across, and now I can click with two fingers and another menu comes up. On this menu, I can copy, I can search in Google, or I can print. And you can see on the side it shows some shortcut keys, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+print. If you're using a MacBook, instead of Control, this will be Command, but on the Chromebook, it's Control. So let's say I wanted to copy this text. I'm going to copy the word government, touch and hold, slide across, and I can either use two fingers to pull up the menu and click copy, and then I'm going to click in this text box and use two fingers to pull up the menu and paste it there. I can do the same thing with shortcut keys. I'm going to use one finger to push until it clicks and highlight, drag across, try again. Drag across. And I'm going to use my shortcut keys this time. I'm going to press Ctrl+C to copy. I'm going to get rid of all this by highlighting it. And I'm going to paste it in this box. Now, if I highlight all this and then I paste it, and the shortcut key for that is Ctrl+V as in victory, then it will get rid of what I had before. Let me show that again with some different text. I'm going to touch and hold, click and hold that down, slide across. I'm going to use my shortcut keys, Ctrl+C, to copy that text. I'm going to click, slide across, and I'm going to use my shortcut keys. Try that one more time. Push down till it clicks, slide across, and I'm going to use my shortcut keys to paste that text. If I have that highlighted, it's going to delete the text that I have highlighted and paste the text that I just copied. So Ctrl+V to paste that text. Now let's say I decided, wait, I didn't want to do that. I need to undo that. There is a shortcut key for that. You can press Ctrl and the letter Z, and it will undo and take you back to the original. A couple shortcuts for your windows here. You can move your window around by touching, click, and then use your other finger to move it around where you want it. I can also do this with a tab. So here I have two tabs open. One is my workbook and one is my textbook. I'm going to click that tab with one finger, touch, and hold that down, don't let go, and move it over. I can change the place where the tabs are, or I can pull the tab out altogether. And then I can move that window around, and I can make it a different size by coming over to the edge until I see an arrow show up that's pointing in both directions. And then I'm going to click, hold that down, and move it over. I'm going to move my workbook window over here. Find that two-way arrow, touch, hold that down, and slide it over. And now I have a split screen, so I can work in my workbook on one side and type my answers in here. And I can read my textbook on the other. So here I'm reading in my textbook. I see the heading here. I see my prompt here. Governments provide, by setting, I'm going to use two fingers to scroll over. By setting priorities and making decisions on behalf of the people. What do governments provide? I'm looking here. Providing leadership. Government officials set priorities to make all sorts of decisions on behalf of the people. So they're making decisions on behalf of the people. I'm going to write that word here. Governments provide what? They provide leadership. So working in two windows makes it a little easier to see both things that I'm doing. My textbook here and my workbook here. The last thing I'll show you is up at the top here, we have quick resizing of windows. I can press this one square to make it fill up the whole entire page, and two squares to make it the size it was before. I can click this line to minimize it, and if I want to come back to it, it was in my Google Chrome. I can open that up again, and it shows me I have two Google Chrome pages. I'm going to open that one back up again. And finally, if I click the X, I can exit that page and be done with it.